Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel TC YouTuber. So, yes, I am a clinical psychology student and we discuss about different topics about psychology and mental health. So, yes, you guys can also join and talk and share your perspectives, opinions or ask me questions. So, yes, that is what we do here. And I have been discussing from yesterday about comparison, the topic comparison, the how we compare ourselves with others, basically about that. So I have covered one positive aspect about why comparison is good, is necessary. That is because we get an idea. Okay, so this is what we need to do, or these are the skills that we need to do when we compare ourselves with others who have achieved something, or even in negative sense that okay, they are doing this thing wrong in their life, so we don't have to do this, so something like that. So because of getting an idea, because of understanding what we want, what we don't want, we can compare ourselves with others. This is a positive or neutral aspect of comparison that we can see, and we have discussed about this. So now we will be discussing like a bit deeper about what is comparison, then why we compare ourselves, because it's a natural tendency, and yeah, types of comparison. So here are my notes. So from my notes I will be talking to you guys, and in between you guys can ask me questions or share your opinions, perspectives about this topic or another topic of psychology. Okay, so I will not do the stream for long, but wait, let me give a post. Should I give it? Okay, so if we have to understand in detail about what is comparison, then comparison is a natural human tendency. So it's a tendency, you can say, and it varies from one individual to another, like the amount. Okay, so what it happens is we measure our worth, then our success or happiness and other different things. For example, how many friends we have, how much we have achieved, how good marks we get, many different things, how much popular we are. All of those things are there, and we compare those factors of us to our others, basically. Okay, so that is the main concept we all know. And that being said, it's a natural process. Okay, natural tendency. It's not that someone have to say you, it just comes out naturally living in this era. Okay, so is the first thing. So just don't feel guilty that why this is coming. For some people they might feel guilty that why I'm feeling this way. It's a natural tendency, so just remember that at first. After that we can talk about changing it, or reducing it, things like that. But first just accept that it's okay. Okay, after that, why we compare ourselves. So the reasons why we do comparison. So first is to understand where we stand. So in a group full of people, in a room full of people, we need to find our place, our position, our rank, you can say indirectly, that how much are we smart, how much intelligent we are, how much we have achieved, how much skills we have, like how we can outstand or become uh, not a very in a very average or below average, but we can stand out basically. So for that reason we compare ourselves with others. So, and to understand the points that where we stand out. For example, I have seen a lot of girls who like share about this thing, that they feel that okay, even if they are not as smart as the topper girl, but they feel that okay, at least they have those beauty standards, and because of that they feel confident. So what is this? This is a comparison, that okay, I don't have what you have, but at least I have this thing and you don't have that thing, things like that. So this is how some people work, and some people like involve in these things like too much, which is of course not healthy. So this is one thing. Next thing is to seek validation. Okay, that is that I want that yeah, I want people to appreciate me, to say that you're doing very good, you are so beautiful, or you are so great at what you do, something like that. So validation, that people praise me for what I am doing, or whatever, like I feel I have a extra talent or something because of that. So that is what validation. And this is another very important thing I feel, because a lot of people are there who feel that validation, external validation from other people, is very very important. So, and without that, if that is not there, then we cannot do something like that. Like we can't work in silence without letting others know. There are a lot of people like this. So yes, we will come to this in depth later on, that is it good, is it not good, how to cope with this, and all of those things. But yeah, this is another point, that to validate, for validation, people compare themselves with others. Okay, so for example, if someone feels that they have achieved a lot, or they are in a very good position or rank than others, then they feel that they are superior to others. So that is the thinking pattern. Okay, after that, there is fear of being left behind. Another thing which we say as FOMO. So yes, no, FOMO is fear of missing out, but yeah, it's similar. That what if we don't belong to this generation's thinking, beliefs, doing all of those things, trendy things, and if we become an outcast or something. So that fear, because of that fear, people compare themselves, that okay, if they are doing these things, they are making reels or something like that, what we have done or what we can do, so that we can also fit in the group. So because of that, this is another reason of comparing. Okay, so we are going to the core reasons, that okay, we do compare ourselves with others, or others compare with ourselves or other people, but why that happens, what are the reasons, main reasons. So we are going into deep of this topic basically. Hmm. Okay, so that is another point. Next point is low self esteem or uncertainty. Yes, this is very very valid, and you can also observe people, if you know people who have low, less self esteem than rest of the people, then you can see that they compare themselves more than the people who have a little high self esteem. Why? Because they feel that okay, others, what others are doing is right, and they are not doing anything right, or they are not capable of doing something, things like that, and they just lower their self-esteem. And because of that, they just compare with others, and they feel that if they will come first or get better from the other person, then that's a win-win situation. But it's not actually that. But yeah, there are people who live life, or uh, put their action, put their hard work into thinking this type of thoughts. So another important point we need to understand. Next is social conditioning. So yes, this is another thing which is very very common, we don't have to say it, because yeah, whatever we, our parents or family or older generation people have learned, that they have given to us, and we have learned from them by conditioning, um, you know this indirectly observing things, all of those things which we have learned throughout our childhood. And this is not something which maybe sometimes directly talked about or said, but we just observe, we just notice, and we learn that okay, this is the way how it is done, so we also need to do this. So this is another thing, that is very natural. People do that, or our parents do that, our elders do that, so it's very common, very natural for me to do the same. So that is another type of thinking. Okay, so basically these are more or less the points of why we compare ourselves to others. But of course there are other points, other experiences where people do experience, and they have so many different aspects, perspectives of a single situation. So if anybody of you listening to me have any other reason, factor, perspectives, you can share it, okay, in the comments down. So yes, that is another thing. Yes, today's this live stream also I will be keeping it short. So and I can see not many people joining, so that's why, that is another reason. Okay, so let us understand the types of comparison and then end our stream. Okay, so types of comparison are basically two types of comparison. One is upward comparison, and the second one is downward comparison. So the upward comparison, which we are going to talk about, is when we compare ourselves with someone else who is in a better position, in a better place than us. Okay, maybe you talk about their relationship status, career status, money, things like that. So basically they are in a higher position than us, and then we compare ourselves with those kind of people who are in a good place, better than us. So now here two things happen. First is we get motivated. Yes, from comparing ourselves to others we also get motivated sometimes, and that's why I say that, I said before, that sometimes it's a good thing also, that we feel motivated if we have the mindset that okay, they are doing this, I also need to do things in my life, maybe different things, not copying them, but they are excelling in their life and I also need to do that. So that is another thing, that is the response we have when we feel motivated, when we compare ourselves to others. And this is, I don't think, is a negative thing. Someone is talking so loudly. Okay, so that is the thing. So yeah, we can see that how positive or good aspect is also present here. Okay, so that is upward comparison. But here another perspective, another factor is there, which is when we compare ourselves to someone who is in a good place, better place than us, we also feel insecure, we also feel bad about ourselves, that oh my god, what they have achieved and what I have achieved, things like that. And then we blame ourselves, feel guilty, and even jealous, so many different things. So this is another effect. Okay, so is it a good thing? I feel that the motivation part sometimes is good, that when we feel motivated that okay, they are doing good, I also need to do good in my life, that is good thing for, like, sometimes. We should not do this often, regularly, but sometimes we can do, and it's not a bad thing. I feel like that. But what do you think? Do let me know. And the second part, second comparison, which is downward comparison, is where we compare ourselves with people who are doing, not doing better than us, but is doing, not so good in their life basically, and we compare with them. And what we feel is we are doing so good. So that is a temporary relief, a temporary happiness, you can say, we feel, or kind of achievement we feel, that see what they are doing and what I am doing. So basically we do this to defend ourselves, to feel good about ourselves, so that we don't feel insecure while comparing to people who are doing better than us. So that is where we do this downward comparison, and this is not good. Because why? Because then other factors such as superiority, feeling overconfident, all of these things come into play, and then that just does not go do any good to us. It only harm us slowly and slowly. So yes, when we see people who are not doing good, we should understand their maybe if it's because of their situation, or if it's because of them, their habits or something, we should understand, and we should not focus much on that. We should focus on what we can do, those things. Okay, so yeah. But sometimes doing it, sometimes it's okay. Like for example, you have worked very hard, and someone like your friend has also told you at the same time that they will also work very hard, for example, and both of you just did your best, and but your friend could not do much. Okay, so if that is the case, then you're feeling that okay, like I have worked more hard, that's why I got this, and because she or he did not work so much, and that's why that this is the result they got. So if that is the thing, and then you're feeling a little bit good, so then it's okay. Okay, I will say then it's okay. But if this is something you're practicing regularly, like comparing yourself to others who are not doing very good in their life, and then you're feeling happy, then it's a not good thing. Okay, so that is what I wanted to share. Hmm. And I think we can end the stream. So yes, we discussed about one positive aspect of why comparison is good. One negative aspect, not no no negative aspect we have not discussed. What is comparison? We have discussed in detail. After that, we have discussed why we compare ourselves with others, the core reasons, the main reasons why we do that. So that is another thing. And then we have discussed types of comparison, which is upward comparison and downward comparison. Okay, so yeah, and we have other topics in this topic, like subtopics in the main topic as well, which I think let us discuss it tomorrow, which is psychological effects, then basically the negative part of this, and then why social media make it worse, and how to stop comparison, and how to make it healthy, and all of those things. Okay, the solution part, which we always talk about at the last. So yeah, we can do that. And yeah, we can also share, maybe we can discuss some cases, real life cases, that how people got out of this cycle of self comparison, or how it harmed them, things like that. And you can also share your opinions, your perspective, what do you think about this thing, and if you are also dealing with something like that, if you're comfortable, and so that we can understand better, we can help each other. And yeah, be aware about how much comparison is good and how much is not. And yes, basically stay happy. So yes, I think now it's perfect time to end the stream. I thought that I'll be till 9:15, and it's almost 9:15. So yes, thank you so much whoever has watched the stream, whoever is liked, and even if you're watching after the stream has ended, thank you so much. You can leave a comment so that I will know you are watching or you have watched. And yeah, and if you have you feel that this was important, or you find it interesting, you can like the stream as well. And yeah, that is it. Thank you guys, and bye bye. I will meet you tomorrow. Till then, bye and take care.